What's going on, everyone? My name is Carlos, and I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm officially back. So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I just want to share kind of like a passion project that I'm doing. It's not complete. I just want to make everyone aware that it's not complete. It's very, very early in the stage. I've spent maybe a total of like 4 or 5 hours into this. For me, I'm taking my time. I am like an amateur UX designer. I do have a certificate that I went through the Coursera class from Google, and I have done some design for my last company. So I do have a little bit of experience, but I'll say I'm very amateur. So yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. It's not official design. Also, I'm not a coder. I'm not an engineer or anything like that. So I'm never gonna make this app, right? So first things first, I just want to say this is not any kind of negative criticism against PlayStation or their developers or their UX designers. I'm not trying to replace them. I'm not trying to trash talk them in any way. This is more just about me being a passionate gamer and designer and just kind of mixing my passion together, right? The PlayStation app works right now, right? I think it's perfectly fine the way it is. So again, I'm not trying to give any negative like thoughts on the PlayStation app currently. I'm just kind of giving it a refresh of how I would do it today, right? So this is just my personal project. Again, nothing negative against PlayStation or their team. I know they work hard. Let's get started, and we're gonna get started by looking at the current app design for the PlayStation app. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the PlayStation app, and this is what you're greeted with, right? So we have my account, we have friends on the right, messages on the left, trophies for my recently played games, and it looks like that's it. And then obviously you can click on the settings and notifications and everything like that. But yeah, so we're just going to go over a very basic like overview. We're not going to go super detailed. So if I click on friends, I can see who's been online, who's online, offline, request. And then if I go to messages, I can look at all the different messages that have been sent to me. And now I notice here also I can like quickly go back and forth like that. You also have your news, right? Official news or the PS blog. Then you have the store. So this is the store of everything new, latest collections, deals, hardware. Again, all of this is functional. I don't think any of this is necessarily bad or awful or anything like that. Easily you can read games, capture, and then your search bar. So everything, this is basically, right, the PlayStation app. All right, so now we're on Google because I'm going to show you this because I'm not just going to record it off of my TV. But if you don't know, and I feel like most of you should know how the PS5 layout is, like for example, this photo from Polygon. You just have a bunch of squares, right? And it goes from left to right. And that's basically it. And that's like the menu for both the games and the media section. Again, is very blocky, and you're usually going from the left to the right? So that's the PlayStation 5 UI UX element. So it's safe to say that not a lot of that comes over when it comes to the app itself. So we obviously have the square, I guess you can call them thumbnails of each game, right? But I'm scrolling up and down, and I have to go through different, tabs to get to different locations. So it's not very similar to the PlayStation 5. They did their own design for the app itself, and yeah, so just want to keep that in mind, right? But let's go ahead and go over my design. Again, it's not complete, but hopefully it gives you an idea. Just use your imagination, but hopefully this gives you an idea of what I'm trying to do. All right, so let's go over my app design. So this is essentially the exact same, main menu, I guess, if you will, of the PlayStation app. So as soon as you open it, you'll see this. First thing you'll see is there's going to be a search bar in the middle, in the top middle, all the time, no matter which tab you go to. On the left, you'll have notifications. On the right, you will have friends and messages. And next thing you see is going to be your profile. You can customize your profile picture. You can go to your account, do whatever you need to do. You can put your status online, offline. You can see your trophies, go into the trophy list. And then you also see your connected console, or if they come out with something in the future, you can see that being connected there as well. And then first off, you see the news. It scrolls left to right, just kind of like the PlayStation 5. And then you'll see the shop. left to right again, just like the PlayStation 5. And then you have your Play Now, which is just games you can stream on your phone right now. So that's just something to kind of put in your face. And then at the bottom, you'll see the settings. You have your theme options. You can edit your dashboard, report bugs, sign out, or you can see the patch notes for the app specifically. So this is kind of like the ideal for me. This is my ideal PlayStation app. And it makes everything more simple, right? And we're going to get into the nitty gritty soon, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions like, well, what if you want to add more? What if, you want to see this, you see that? We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, this is the main homepage that I've created, right? I think it's very simple, straight to the point, and it's inspired off the PlayStation 5 UI UX. So let's say, for example, you want to know what's new with the PlayStation 5 update, right? So let's go ahead and click on that. The first thing I'll do is give you a summary. Now, this is more inspired by AI because nobody wants to read a whole article anymore. They just want to summarize it like, all right, what is this about, right? Give me the details. So this is where this pops in. You can, view the summary, click out of it there. You don't have to go into the article. However, if you want to know more, you can go ahead and click read more. It'll take you to the news tab, right? And then here, give you the whole update. And I know this isn't pretty. Again, it's not finished. I just pulled this out real quick, but you'll get to the news tab, right? And you can read all about the update. And then if you, go down even further, you'll see the rest of the news articles. So like Wolverine gameplay and all that. So you'll have your whole news article here. The filter button doesn't work, but you would filter, throughout like PS blog, or if you want, actually I have here, let me show you what the filter will look like. Okay, again, this is not finished, but you can filter by the PlayStation blog or system updates or new games information. You'll have different filters, you can sort by new, all that jazz, all the good stuff, all the normal stuff. So that's kind of like my idea as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much the news tab, right? And then if you want to go back, you just click the home button and you go back. And again, we have the search bar in the top always, and the notifications and the messages, because I feel like those three should be standard no matter where you are in the app. You should have access to them. Because let's say I don't want to scroll through all this. Let's say I want to know like if there's any new Spider-Man news, so I can search Spider-Man and it'll take me there, right? It'll filter out all the news to where it's just Spider-Man. Or let's say I get a message right away from a friend. I want to be able to always have that right there, so I can go ahead and tap on it and look at the message. All right, so that's like as much as I can show you as far as like being semi done, but not really, just like a really early prototype. But to give you more ideas of like how this app will work. So for example, like I'm like, all right, so what if I want to choose a different theme? Because I want it to be customizable to you, to make you want to open the app, to make you feel good about, hey, this is me, right? This is my app. So I have different themes. This is just like random examples, PlayStation, Spider-Man, Astro Bot, God of War. But let's say we clicked on Spider-Man, and it'll just be a simple, like almost like a wallpaper change, right? So now you have Spider-Man in the background. In my head, you would have like, thwipping noises, or maybe even the main theme song, playing. So just fun little like themes to kind of really give you that customization feel, and to make you really feel like this is your PlayStation home, right? This is where you go for everything PlayStation. Now you might be asking, what about the notifications and friends button? Like, why aren't they just combined into one? Or what does one do? What does the other one not do? Or like, how does that work? In my mind, the notification bell will appear, with a little red dot whenever there's something new. So what I would love if it showed me like updates that the PlayStation has done, like, hey, I just, updated Helldivers 2 for you, or I just updated Call of Duty, or Controller 1 needs to be updated, or you just added someone as a friend. So I would love it to just notify you more or less about, whenever your PlayStation does something. And I would love it if it showed the patch notes as well, but that's more like, I guess, too much thinking, right? Like, I don't think that's a thing because it's going to be a lot of work for developers. But, in my mind, it would be cool if I can like look at what the patch does right there on the app, so I don't have to go anywhere else to look for that. Friends message, or the friends button, sorry, will show you your messages and your friends and who's online and what they're doing. And this will be scrollable, so it won't be like too busy. So you'll be like able to scroll through the messages, and you'll also be able to scroll through the friends. And then you can also click on them. So if I wanted to click on messages, it'll bring me to like a page where it shows like every single message, you know, that I've ever had in my life. Same with friends, you know, you can click on friends and it'll show you like every friend that you've ever had. But I feel like this smaller version where you can just kind of scroll through both, I think that should work fine. In my opinion, again, placeholder, this isn't an official thing. I'm just like, you know, I just had to throw it up for the video real quick. So that's what notifications and friends will look like in my mind. All right, so the other thing, you know, you might be thinking, well, you know, news, shop, play now, and settings is not enough content, right? There has to be a lot more filled into this whole app. Like, where are you going to put all these things? So at the bottom of the app, you will see a place that says edit dashboard. That's where you can customize the dashboard to your liking and what you want to see, where it's not just going to be filled with stuff that you don't care about, right? When you go to the app, you want to feel like, you know, I care about X, Y, and Z. So I want to see, you know, X, Y, and Z. I don't want to see all this random stuff as well, right? So I made sure it was customizable. So when you click on the edit dashboard button, you will see this is kind of an idea. Again, this is not done, but you'll see kind of like the idea of it, right? So right now, currently listed, I have news, shop, and play now. What I don't have listed is community, your capture library, your friends, your game library, your Discord, whatever, right? And those little lines usually indicate that you can move them around. So maybe I can add community to my currently listed and take away play now or whatever have you. So you can customize it to your liking. So the point is, like, really the point is I want not only for this app to be an extension of your PlayStation experience, but I also want it to be customized to you as the gamer, like what you like, what you enjoy. Maybe you don't have friends and you don't need that friends, you know, tab, or maybe you don't care about the news, you just want to play, or maybe you want to just look at deals all the time, so you go to the shop. So I want this to be customizable to you, so that way you're more likely to go to the app more often. But yeah, so hopefully that gives you an idea that you can have more and more customizability. So again, this is kind of like a bad example, but like, you know, instead of having news, I want to have community and captures and library. You know, I can customize it the way I want to customize it. And that's pretty much all I have for now. Again, I'm only like maybe 3 or 4 hours into this. And I know it's hard because most of it's not completed, so you have to use your imagination. But yeah, let's kind of take a pause here and kind of go over everything again. All right, so that's my app. That's my concept. That's my idea. I want your feedback. I want you to tell me if I'm going in the right direction, wrong direction, if you enjoy how the PlayStation app is now instead of my version. And again, you know, everything's functional in the PlayStation app right now today. So I'm not trying to, like, you know, again, be negative. This is just kind of a redesign for me, my personal project, my passion, and really just thinking about not only customizable for everyone, because everyone's different, right? Everyone has their own wants when they open an app, right? But really, my main focus is on, you know, extending that PlayStation experience to your phone, really making it customizable for you, and then just making you want to go to the app. Because that's one big thing, right? When you develop an app, you want to make sure people are enjoying it so much that they go to it often, right? So it's something that I really focused on, like, okay, let's make it about you, but let's also make it feel like you're bringing the PlayStation experience with you, right? So, yeah, I'm a little nervous because, you know, it's not a completed project, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. It's like my first time sharing it. You know, I've shared it with a few friends, of course, but this is my first time sharing it with the world. So please let me know how you feel. Again, I'm an amateur designer, so don't go too hard. I know it's not perfect, and the font design and the icons and blah, blah, the colors. I know. This is just like a very amateur, super beginner experience. You know, and I'm not done, again, just a few hours in the app, or in Figma, you know, designing it. So don't destroy me. I know you can destroy me. Don't destroy me, please. Just give feedback. It's not done. And I'm, like I said, I'm hoping, I don't know how long this is going to take. So, you know, I also work full time. So it's just, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do this, but I'm going to try my best to finish it maybe within like 2 months or so, and have it fully laid out, fully, you know, done as far as the icons and the design. But yeah, just would love your feedback. And before we go, I do just want to give a couple updates, if you care, about the channel, and why I've been gone for a while. So number one, why I've been gone for a while. I had someone very special visit me, and they were here for 3 weeks, and I was just very distracted with them for 3 weeks. And then after those 3 weeks, my best friend that I grew up with, Charlie, I'll leave a picture here. He passed away, and that was really rough on me. A lot of things aren't going too great in my life, but I still wanted to share my passion. I still want to make videos and more content. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you, everyone who watches my videos and leaves a comment, especially the comment people. Thank you, because you are giving me feedback or telling me my mistakes, or giving me your opinion, and I really enjoy that. I love that. You don't have to always agree with me. So thank you for your comments, your love. We're at like 420 subscribers, so we're almost at the 500 mark, which makes me excited because I'm like, yay, 500. Now that just gets me excited, and I do really appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving me. I'm on Instagram. I try to post there, but I've been doing a crappy job, and so I'm gonna try to rework that and post more on Instagram. But yeah, with that said, this is my real goodbye. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will not be a month from now. I promise. It's probably gonna be a week or two, but I'm gonna do it. I promise you. Okay. All right. Peace. Bye.